everybody, welcome back to Remnant 2. I've got the updated stoned Berserker here for you. We're in the office, we've been putting in work on it. Huge thanks to everyone that got in on that conversation. Helped me better understand what was going on with the bulwark and how to pull away from using so many gear pieces for that. Though you consistently have a good amount of bulwark with that, it really doesn't matter. Bulwark isn't that great, it's just kind of there. It's this passive thing that helps a bit because damage reduction really isn't that huge in this game. You're still going to get mangled, especially since I build my builds for Apocalypse. So if you build them and then run in Veteran or Nightmare, I'm sure you're going to have an even better time with them. But I build and I build test everything for the hardest difficulty in the game. So having moved away from Bulwark, what we've done is we've freed up some gear pieces. We've switched our Relic Heart, we've switched up some mod, and we've leaned into a little bit more of our skills. So let's talk about what's going on. So I think the biggest were the Whispering Marble gives you those 3 stacks of Bulwark, which is great. And then when you switch into the Fey Bruiser, you get 2 more stacks of Bulwark. So this being a melee primary, you're just constantly keeping that Bulwark at max stacks. And yes, you are getting it from the Juggernaut archetype skill. You gain 3 stacks, so you're really just losing one of those. But 50% move speed, melee speed, reduction in stamina, and increased stamina damage by 50% is huge. We love that. So that is going to stay anyways. The skills for this build are 100% set in stone. So we switched into the Fey Bruiser ring because that negates the need for what I had, the Blessed Ring and the Dried Clay Ring. So we just have the one ring now for Bulwark, and it works really well, which also means we got to go with the Warrior Ring, the Fey Warrior Ring, to increase our melee damage by 15%. So when you top that off with our Relic Fragment of Mythic melee damage, we've got that nice, sturdy, it's not huge, 30% melee damage, but it works really well, and we'll see what happens when you proc this build because there's a big difference. Now, we've switched our Relic Heart again. The Constrained Heart is gone. We don't need it to proc Bulwark, so we're using the Relic Heart to generate mod power now. So we've also switched one of the Relic Fragments, the Charged Melee Attack, for the 10% skill cooldown, because we just want to be able to throw those skills up a bit more. And they have great cooldown already with our melee weapon and the modifier on there. Melee damage when activating a skill grows. Melee kills reduce skill cooldown. So that really helps us be able to pop our skills faster and faster. And you'll notice soon what Dervish actually does and how proccing this build is important because it helps you maximize the damage output. One of the big ones that I got was to put on Ring of Spears. And Ring of Spears was originally in my mind to go on, but I decided to go with that initial instance as like a pure... My ranged weapons were ranged, so they had a melee style ranged mod on. But I was like, you know what? We're switching this up. Let's just go full on. Let's get that Ring of Spears on, see what it does. And it is the best suited for a melee build. And it's such a good mod. It's so damaging. We've taken off Time Wave as the mutator. We've put on Failsafe. We're dealing 20% additional mod damage. And we're hoping that that 15% chance to not consume charge comes through for us. Because being able to just keep that running is very devastating. And those are our changes. That's the re-up. Let's head out into the world and take a look at what it does. But first, we just want to show you. So we're at 30%. So... Stone Berserker goes up, and that's a jump to 70%. That's with Dervish. So you get a 70% boost from that. Now the big one is once that Dervish wears off, you slap on the Juggernaut, you got Dervish up, and you're at 120%. And that 120 is only there for 10 seconds. So you got to lay your massive amount of damage in, but then you only go down to 80 for the remaining run of that skill. So that is kind of how you want to proc this build up. And then again, secondary, you got this running, you procced all your skills, and then once this runs out, you're using the Relic Heart to regen that mod and keep this kind of running with you as long as possible. Anyways, let's head into the Putrid Domain and do a run through kind of those melee and flying enemies, and then we'll just head to Yesha quickly and we'll take on those 2 elites in the same room, squish them all, and then y'all can make your decision about Stone Berserker update, get in on the conversation. Let's keep talking about changes. I am moving from this. I'm going to go right into updating the Speedy Shoes build. So if you haven't seen my Speedy Shoes build, be sure to check that out on the channel and then be ready for an update to that coming later this week. As well, if you're not part of the community, if you're not in on the conversation, consider subscribing. Join us here. let's talk about Remnant 2. Let's talk about all the things going on. I do tons of different coverage. I don't get a lot of stuff that does as well as my Remnant 2 videos. In fact, Souls-like games. But I love to play video games. Oh my god, I play so many. I've probably got like 6 or 7 on the go. Very slowly, very slow burn. 2 main features which are on the channel I'm going to be taking over because I got 2 big series just wrapping up this month. And I'm not going to stop. I'm going to keep going. So subscribe, join the community. Do us a huge favor, hit that like button, and let's head to Nerud. Alright, here we are. So we're in the Putrid Domain, and I've chosen this as my Apocalypse melee kind of close range build testing grounds because it's got really great spawns of enemies. They're super annoying. They'd be incredibly damaging. And I think it's the place to be. Knowledge. And again, straight off the hop. No skill swap or anything. Just kind of messing around, seeing what we can do here. The hell is he stuck in? These flyers are so annoying. That's why we still have a melee primary build. Okay, so that's nice. See that? So let's crank out relic hearts here. Get that cooldown going. You can see the mod coming back, so you can use that. And that's more important again for the Ring of Spears. Let's see what we get heading this way.
Here we go.
Quick, clean, 3 hits. We were proccing skills, those guys would all be going down. And again, I'm not wasting any time with those flyers. They are so brutal, they are so annoying. Oh, here we go. Great damage numbers, 770. We still haven't used any skills yet. We're not even proccing into that. We're just, you know, purist barbarian here, Berserker. This is also a nasty place to playtest. Because... Alright, let's go. Here we go. Like we have some kind of elite. Here he is. Oh, and I'm suppressed. This is not good. This is good. Got him out. If he hits again, he's gonna kill us. Fucking suppression. Too nasty. Take this. You. Even with going down, being fully suppressed, you live through it. It does the job, it does the trick. I think that's good. Going through an elite, making it with a status effect, and we need to go to Yesha. We need to check out those 2 elites in the same room and see how quick we can drop them with the Stone Berserker updated build. Okay, cheers. Alright, here we are, we're in Dyer's End, and this has got a great room right around the corner with 2 elites, big, nasty elites that you gotta be very aware of and cautious of how you deal with them. So let's get to those guys, and I think from there we're done, because this is just a huge thanks to the community. This is what I did to kind of change what was going on, and how I... Over. Stop moving around. There's You're dead. Yeah, not a lot on the run up to this one. We're just heading right down the little hidden path. You can hear him stomping around below us. And this is neat because it's a bit tricky. You gotta be on point. I'm setting this one up. See the big guy with the glowing heart there? We got to get that guy to come down here because if he hits you with root rot, you're kind of in trouble. We want to kind of be able to jump right on him. We're just laying into him here. He's going to go down immediately. This guy. Let's see if I can stagger him, yeah. Let me hit. That's it. Boom. 2 elites, same room, same corner pretty much. Just absolutely shredded. This build is great. Can't wait to take it out for the boss running, but I got other work to do because I got to refine some builds. I'm still working on the Hex Pros. I've been running this entire game, first through Nightmare, now we're running through Apocalypse. We're actually on our campaign Apocalypse run on Annihilation. No bullets, no melee. We are only using the new ritualist skills to kill everything. Mods are allowed, but you're basically not allowed to swing a weapon or shoot a bullet. And if you haven't seen that, make sure to check it out. I'll have a video for that linked at the end of this. There'll also be the sub button, so hit that sub, join the community, do us a huge solid, and hit the like button. Thanks for coming to check out the updated Stoned Berserker. Cheers, guys.